What's up, y'all? It's Ty in this video. Today, we're going to be going over each and every one of the new flashcards added into NBA 2K25 MyTEAM, as well as talking about the new pack Burke got updated. Now, again, I don't know what exactly this means, but Pat Burke did get updated as well. So that's what we're going to dive into, talk about. As we do dive into this, remember these cards are included in Super Pack. So it's not like you can grind for these cards. It is what it is, but they are included in Super Pack. Start off with the Galaxy Opal, Dorian Finney-Smith here. 92 3-ball, 92 speed, solid defense. Wish the steal block was higher, but solid defense. DFS on very quick, normal leaner. Russell Westbrook dribble style. I mean, honestly, I think Dorian Finney-Smith looks pretty good. I mean, I can't complain a whole ton. 6'8" at the 3. Thing for me is this. I wonder what the Dorian Finney-Smith base on very quick looks like. I will be lying if I said I've used Dorian Finney-Smith at all this year, so I don't even know what the release looks like. But again, normal laner on very quick should be good. Dribble 6 are okay, and again, should be a solid enough 3 and D player on my team. But again, somebody said hidden diamond. It's kind of facts. Like, if you look at his stats, I mean, they're fine, but they don't really look like a Galaxy Opal stat. So that's kind of interesting for him. Devin, Vassell up next, 92 3-ball, 96 speed defensively, solid 85 driving dunk. Vassell on very quick. Vassell leaner, Jalen Green dribble style. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. He's a 6'5" shooting guard. Defensively looks okay. But what do those Devin Vassell, SIGs look like? I don't know. Like, if I were you guys, I would encourage you guys to go into shoot around with, like, Devin Vassell, Dorian Finney-Smith. Obviously, the releases are sped up, but you can still get kind of a feel for what those releases are going to look like. Now, again, for Vassell, he is only 6'5" at that shooting guard position. I think it's going to be tough for me to be super high on the card. I don't hate him, but I do think it's going to be tough for me to be super high on this Galaxy Opal Devin Vassell. Then we see a Dark Matter Chris Paul. Now, if you guys ever were a fan of the channel, you guys know I absolutely love the Galaxy Opal Chris Paul. I got him in King of the Court a very long time ago. I actually used the card for a long time. So I actually think the Dark Matter Chris Paul with Chris Paul and very quick with the Chris Paul leaner and Garland dribble style is actually going to be decent. I think the problem with Chris Paul is going to lie on the defensive side of the ball. Now, again, he's going to be souped when it comes down to, the defensive stats. Sure, you wish the block rating was higher, but his interior perimeter steal all is incredible. His speed's going to be solid. He dunks the ball decent. So, I mean, again, I can't hate entirely on Chris Paul. I just wish the card was a little bit taller. Like, that was the main thing for me, is I just wish Chris Paul was slightly taller. But I actually think between his movement, between his release, I actually think Chris Paul is going to be okay. Now, not game-breaking good, anything like that, but let's say you get an unsellable Chris Paul ever, I think the card's going to be okay. He is undersized, I get that, but again, from my experience using Chris Paul, I think the card is at least okay. Next up, we do see the 100 overall Patrick Ewing. Obviously, he's 100 overall, so stat-wise, going to be perfect. Sees the Pat Ewing base on very quick. I don't know, man. Like, Pat Ewing base is pretty gross. Comes with the Pro 2 leaner, but it's really the Patrick Ewing upper that I just don't think I'm going to be a fan of. Yeah, the Pro 2 leaner is nice, but I honestly think he might be one of your worst 100 overalls. Like, if you look at the 100 overalls we have so far in my team, I think Pat Ewing is going to be the worst 100 overall. Now, I could be wrong on that. But just briefly looking at the Pat Ewing on very quick, I don't think that's going to be great. Obviously, 7-foot frame at the power forward position is going to be fine. Defense is going to be max. But I just don't think I can make the case that release is going to be anything special. So that's kind of my opinion on Pat Ewing. I think that release is really going to hold him back as far as 100 overall is concerned. And obviously, his price is going to be insanely overpriced, insanely expensive as well. So if you're looking for, myself to gas Patrick Ewing, it's just not going to happen in this video. I think there are way better options than the 100 overall Patrick Ewing. If you do want a 100 overall, or even if you want a power forward, just go get Kareem. Kareem's going to walk circles around the Patrick Ewing card. Now, Pat Burke, I'll spend a little bit of time talking about him. He did get updated. Sees the Jared Allen base on very quick. The KD upper is super troll with it. Basic leaner, Russell Westbrook dribble style. Now, I got to be honest. I had not used Pat Burke or really seen what the card got into. So I don't know. As far as like a budget card, he looks good though. Like, again, I'm not going to hate it all with Pat Burke. I think the card looks fine. but it's interesting. Like, why is Pat Burke getting updated at this stage of the game? I'm not exactly sure. I honestly think that this flash set, and this is my opinion, this is one of the reasons I'm not super high on this, content drop as it is. These cards should be able to be grinded for. I don't care. I don't care that one of them is 100 overall. Even that Patrick Ewing, yes, it should be hard. So, like, I'd say you could get the Galaxy Opals an hour each. Dark Matter Chris Paul, I might, spend a couple of hours. And sure, the Pat Ewing grind could be long, but there is no reason for 2K not to make this a grindable thing. The fact that you're hiding these trash cards in super packs really does rub me the wrong way. That's just kind of my opinion on it. But it just makes no sense when, in my opinion, these cards aren't great, that we're hiding them behind super packs. Like, why? These cards aren't good as it is. Why do we have to hide them behind super packs? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I just, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me personally. But that's where I'm at with things. If you guys, want to go, I guess, open super packs, at the end of the day, do what you guys gotta do. I just don't think it is ultimately worth your time when you're looking at these cards. They're like, they're mid. Now, again, in super packs, obviously, there's gonna be Wembies. There's gonna be so many other cards. But it's just like, at the end of the day, it's not really a day in the community where it's like new content. Like, this content is not new, because all the new cards leave a lot to be desired. And I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, there's no reason that these cards shouldn't be free, especially if you're looking at Galaxy Opal, Devin, Vassell, Dorian, Finney, Smith, and in Dark Matter, Chris Paul. There is literally zero reason that those cards are not free. And you guys can hate me if you want, but that's the facts of the situation. That's literally the facts of the situation. These cards should be free, and simply put, they're not. So that's my perspective on it. You guys can let me know your thoughts. Again, it is what it is at the end of the day, but when I'm looking at this, it's like, I guess it is what it is, but it's just not super hype to me. Like, I'm just not super hype about this because it is behind super packs, and none of these cards really do excite me. So as far as I'm concerned, the only thing that's really gonna happen today, and I might make a video on it later, is we could see some changes in the auction house depending on the pack odds, depending on how many people are opening these super packs. That could be the only thing that really changes. But as far as like wishing for content, guys, like I'm really sad to say, I think this season is basically going to be what last season was. Friday, we actually get new cards, new content. At least we can grind for $10 on Friday. That's a plus, a positive. But as far as Tuesday drops, as far as Tuesday quote-unquote content, I think this is what you're going to see. Flash super packs, and the cards are going to leave something to be desired. That's going to wrap it up for my video. If you wanted me to be super hyped about these cards, I'm sorry. I did have to wait a while for 2KDB to update them. But it is what it is. This is what we see. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.